the most relatable content ever. You guys have seen that I've been struggling, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, to post content. And I don't usually come on here and film, especially at 8:30 at night. So I'm going to try to make it quick because I just kind of want to get the basis down. That way later I can talk to you guys about it. But by the title, you guys are probably thinking, Leanne, what is the wild child reset? I'm going to go into that later because again, I kind of want to just remember what the heck I want to talk to you guys about. So I'm just going to blabber for a little bit, and it's going to be an honest rant. I love living here in Tennessee. I love how secluded I am from people that I knew and went to school with, and I love that I'm learning almost like a different version of independency. Is that even a word? I'm learning a version of independent that isn't, it's not that I'm learning how to be independent, it's I'm learning how to be okay with being independent. But now that I'm so independent that I'm learning how to be okay with making new friends and being able to do things and I guess socialize. I'm in the, it kind of like a lot of things had hit me. Like I realized this is going to be, this little rant, this first part of the video is going to be all over the place. So bear with me. Again, it's just for me to see later on. I'm still going to post it though. I think after me and my ex-best friend broke up our friendship, I was so devastated. I was so, I feel like broken is like the wrong word, but I was low-key kind of broken. I was very dependent on her, and although the friendship breakup sucked, I learned a lot about myself, and I can go to Target all by myself and roam around Target for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and forget. I can go to the mall by myself. I mean, I don't really go to the mall by myself because honestly, that's pretty far anyway, but I can go to Trader Joe's, I can go to the city. Like, I am so comfortable with being by myself, and I'm so comfortable being home by myself, and I know that I create things to do when I am all alone. So that's it. Being independent is so easy for me, but I realized within the recent probably like the recent month, that I know what I want for the foreseeable future. Like I know that I want to buy land, get a manufactured home. Like I know I want to not rent. I know I want to kind of like pay off my loan. That way I can save a little bit and then buy instead of rent. I know that I want to pay off my truck. I know that I want to have a place like nearby, and I know what I want in life, and I know what I'm accepting and what I'm not accepting for and from people to, lifestyle changes. And it just occurred to me, like all of my TikTok For You page has literally been off-roading and four-wheeling and ATVs, and I've just been so in love with it. Now, I don't think I've ever really shared it on here. You guys see a lot of the beauty, the girly, the very girly girl side of me, but and sometimes if you guys sit and actually watch all of my videos and content, you guys can definitely hear in some of the videos that I can talk very country if I really feel like it. I can't switch on and off yet. I can't just like move from like my regular Florida accent to fire tire and anything like that. There's some words like fire tire, mud, grilling. There's just lots of words that I can say that come out like that, but I, as a kid, used to love making mud pies, and I used to love like using the frisbee as the plate. I used to stick mud and dirt and play with the hose, and I'd be in the garden for hours. And I think the older I got, the more technology I had. I think it kind of like sucked the life out of me. And after the surgeries and stuff with which I really want to make a long assorted video and just like splat all of it out for you guys, because I feel like I, as a viewer, to other people would want a well thought out explanation. I feel like my other ones were kind of just all over the place, but I'm like ready to get back to the wild child part of me, like the mudding and like just like the more adult version. I think, like, I feel like, don't get me wrong, like I would definitely, like if I had my own land, like I would definitely go out and make mud pies and like stuff like that, but like I want the adult version. Like I want to try like adulty type of things, so like four-wheeling and social interactions, and like I want to go skiing. Like maybe, I don't know what the difference between skiing and snowboarding is, but like I want to go and try those things. I also want to zip line, and I want to really experience like the social aspect and make a big friend group, because the reason why I moved here was to truly understand who I was. And now that I know what I want, and I still haven't hung up my vision board yet, but I know what I want. I know my healthy side of me, that's what that is. But like this year is about really truly making an effort into every point in my life. So not just work related, not just YouTube, not just my hobbies, but finding friends and finding all of these things. And I'm such a people pleaser, and it sucks because I feel like people pleasing comes with this aspect of like being emotional a lot, and it could be different for everybody, don't get me wrong, but I'm so ready to get back to that stage of me, and I want to try a lot of new things in my life. So I don't know how long this video is. I don't know how long I don't know the range of when it's going to be posted. Like I know nothing about this video other than it's the Wild Child Reset, and I think it's an original content because it's very relatable. People who have gone through something similar like me, whether that be moving many states away from where you once lived, or hospital stays, or huge friendship breakups, or just like a midlife crisis. I think that there's always room for someone to grow and be independent and still achieve what you want. And don't get me wrong, like I'm not gonna take away the independent part of me, and my content is not gonna change. It's just gonna be a huge mix. And I don't know, like I kind of like want to step back, and this is something that I'm going to talk about later on, and I'll definitely update you guys on a lot of what I'm talking about, because it's right now it's kind of just rambling because it's so late and I'm actually really tired. It doesn't look like it and it doesn't sound like it, but I am actually really tired. And I had like a really good day. Yesterday was a very rough day for me, and today it was a really good day. Like a lot of things at work clicked, and I think the unfortunate thing about being a people pleaser is that you almost, especially with the industry that I work in, you almost feel closed off. And I don't like to talk about my work because I really can't anyway. I feel like the only thing you guys really know is that I work at a bank. Other than that, can't really say much. But my industry is an industry where it's really hard for people to come in and want to talk. So it's kind of like matching that level, and I'm done matching that level ready to get on with my life and understand that it's okay to not feel comfortable, and it's okay to not know anything about anything, and that's okay. And I'm here to be relatable because I feel like a lot of people on social media forget that the whole point of social media is to show the good, bad, the ugly, and everything in between. Like, yes, we like to share the perfect in our life, but you know, Alyssa has taught me a lot, especially with her being like quite a few years older than me. I think she's like in her like either 26 or 27, so she's like a little older than me. I'm 24, 23 right now, so I feel like not going to college didn't set me back, and that goes for a lot of people out there. Like, if you don't go to college, that's fine. It's not going to set you back any. You're just learning at a different pace. And when I say like learning at a different pace, I mean you're learning life at a different pace. Like, for me, like, this is like my college experience, so I want to get the most of it. So yes, I think that, I don't know, like, I think I've been in this icky phase of like like, I don't know how to understand this, but I've been in the icky phase of like nothing feels right, but everything feels right at the same time. Chris is looking at me like, shut the fuck up, lady. Nothing feels right, but everything feels right, if that makes sense. And I think, I'm not sure if this is like the winter blues talking or if it's quite literally just ironic timing, but I think, I don't know what this Leanne has in store. And I've always kind of talked about the old me in a sense of like, I don't know, first, third, second person, I don't know, but like, I've been very vulnerable and honest with you guys. Like, I chat to myself, and that's okay, because that's what makes my anxiety less anxiety. So like, when I'm driving on I-40, I'm gonna have flat up conversations just because I'm so uncomfortable with driving on the highway. It's not like distraction to make me not focus on the road. It's distracting enough to make me solely focus on driving, because the conversation kind of just flows out, if that makes sense. And not a lot of people are going to agree with it, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, yeah, that's kind of weird, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, I think that this is my life, and I'm not here to please y'all. I'm here to entertain, and I'm here to also be a platform of understanding, because at the end of the day, like I was saying with Alyssa Rose, she has taught me so much, and she actually opened up right before her wedding about her OCD and how it like really affects her. And I don't even need to be tested for any of these things. Like, I know I have a lot going on. Like, I know like I have PCOS, because at this point it's either PCOS or endo, and PCOS seems like the most relatable to me. And the symptoms, like ADHD, I jump from task to task. The only thing that keeps me calm, collective, and getting it done seems to be when I have AirPods on, when I have music playing in my ears, blasting while I'm doing it, or when I'm filming it for you guys. I can do things like set. Other than that, like, I will literally be in the pantry, forget what I go to the pantry for, still in the pantry, get something completely unnecessary that I didn't need and wasn't looking for, go to the kitchen, I'll drop it off, I'll want a drink, and then I'll want to play music or put the TV on, and then I'll be like, oh man, I have to go to the bathroom. I just jump from task to task. I've kind of like lived with learning how to collect and understand, like, girl, no, finish your task first. And I've also, anxiety is a big one. I'm so lucky on this earth that depression is not one of them. Do I get sad? Yes, but that's, I feel like midlife crisis, hello. I feel like that just kind of comes with the territory of anxiety, but I'm open, honest, and vulnerable with you guys, and I just like I've been in the phase of transitioning and understanding who I am and what I want, and now that I know what I want, I'm ready to come out. And I think the people that I was training with when I had first started this position, they were encouraging me to find new friends and blah blah blah, which is great, but I wasn't ready. And now it's been like almost 8 months, maybe 10 months, and I'm ready. I'm already filming for 17 minutes, so I'm gonna shut up and brush my teeth. And I'll put on some Scooby, because Case Files is not getting me. Case Files is not getting me, but I just kind of wanted to chill my brain out a little bit. I kind of wanted to talk to you guys because I feel like I haven't really gotten to sit down, and like I said, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to even edit it. I don't think I want to. I don't know. This is just kind of a start of a video that I'm working on, and I feel like a lot of my routines are going to change, and I'm excited for this new journey because I know that I think I put too much pressure on everything that I'm passionate about, and that's okay. And again, I don't know how long this video is going to take to film or what's even going to be in it. Like, I don't know, but I'm going to post the video that was supposed to go up today because today's Wednesday, tomorrow, because tomorrow's my half day. And I'm also going to post a short, and I'm also going to post community on my, I'm also going to post on my community tab that I'm going to be stepping away from filming 2 videos every week. The podcast will still be alive. It's just whenever I have the time to film it and the things that I need, because being a cooking podcast, I feel like I need a little bit of time and ingredients. But I don't know, I think stepping back a little bit and being okay with like setting a schedule of what days that I'm gonna post what is a-okay. But I am going to say goodnight to you guys, and I will see you guys maybe tomorrow. I may go on a walk tomorrow. It's currently raining, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that it'll be a little bit better tomorrow. That way I can go on a walk, whether that's around the community. Who knows? I don't think it's really safe to go out there in the back road just yet until it's like springtime. But yes, toodles for now. Hi guys, it is currently 11:33 at night. It's still Saturday, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I have a calling to talk to you guys, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the heck I'm talking to you guys about. I know I said I want to talk about the how, but like, I've been vulnerable for quite a few months on how I listen to music at night and sit there and like overthink. But like, and today specifically, because I haven't really done it at night like I usually do, but today in specific, it's weird. This is day right here. Mr. Dale. There's a couple white hairs coming out. But, oh, my prince. Oh, he looks so cute. But today, it feels different. Like, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, and I wish I could explain it to you guys in a way that I can like let you guys know how it feels, because it's very I want to say intuitive. Like, this is a creator. Some people are gonna say he's cringy, but whatever. The point of me talking about certain creators on this video isn't to talk about them in a certain light. It's usually about the music that I'm listening to on the TikTok specifically. But this creator, he had lip synced to 2 different Kid videos or music. He had lip synced to 2 different Kid songs, one of them being F-150 and the second one being Red Clay. And I didn't get like a moment until just now, to meaning like within the last 3 hours. You guys can't see him because he's right there. But I've been like on a whirlwind with Kid G for the past like hour, between Kid G music on Spotify and TikTok, and listening to Kid G songs. Like, they almost hit like a healing wound, if that makes sense. Like, when I say that, like, I don't mean like his songs like hit and like I am going through the same thing by any means, but like, I feel like for me, intuitively speaking, when I'm talking about music, it's quite frankly more about the vibe of the song than it is about the verses. Like, if I'm vibing to a song, so like Red Clay, it's kind of more of a, in my opinion, it's kind of like a, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like all of it. It's kind of like a bit of FU, a bit of like taking myself back. But like, a lot of his more recent music than not is him understanding his problem. And like, intuitively speaking, like, that music hits so hard because he's hitting the point of like, yes, I have this problem, I understand that, I'm fixing it, this is where. Now, I don't take music that seriously, so it's not like I'm listening to it to like understand what, you know, understand their life, because I don't take music that seriously. But it's weird, like, this isn't delusional me talking either. I feel like delusional me starts talking at like 3 a.m. and she's a little crazy. But I don't know how to explain the feeling. I'm at peace with my decision. I'm at peace. I would have gone on a hike this afternoon, so earlier. Like, I would have like brought in a change of clothes, or like came home and like went to a hike. But I hurt my ankle. Like, I twisted it on damn air. I'm just assuming I twisted it, because I really can't tell you what I did, because I don't know what I did. But my left ankle is not feeling nice. So I'm letting her heal, and like I was talking about, I'm not going to talk about the how because that could be a whole 20-minute conversation on its own. But I'm like upset because I wanted to go on a hike, and I don't want to go on a hike and hurt my ankle even more. But I'm like so eager to start this process. And you guys will understand in the how what I'm talking about, which will be the next clip, I promise. But it's just it's a very surreal moment because everything's clicking and I know who I am. And let me tell you, this past like 10 days that I've been kind of in this stage, I haven't once thought about my body in a negative light. And I haven't really been thinking about my body. Like, I don't know how to make that make sense. But like, I know like 20 videos ago, probably, I was talking about how I hated my body and I'm okay with hating my body. I think it was actually in a podcast episode, and I was like, I'm so like, I hate my body and I'm ready to move forward. And I haven't once thought about my body in a negative light. And sitting here talking to you guys and sitting here listening to Kid G's music and Morgan Wallen's music, it's not like like listening to music. Oh, Chris can get out. It's not like listening to music. Oh, they open the doors so much and I'm talking. Hold on. Pause. I don't know what happened. I thought I hit the unpause button, but it's such a surreal moment to feel these feelings, and it's almost making me want to cry. But like, it's not like, if you see me itching my head, it's genuinely because tomorrow's my shower day, but I have a hair appointment. It's like really hot in here right now, actually. But like, I don't know, like, I don't know how to explain the feeling. Like, I'm genuinely excited to bring the more country style version out of me. I'm excited to, oh, that's what I was saying. I was trying to remember what the heck I was talking about. But because of my left foot hurting, I haven't really wanted to go on a hike because I don't want to hurt my left ankle even more. So I've kind of been just like moping because I'm like annoyed. And I just went on Copilot and I was like, what can I do tomorrow that will still get me outside for a little bit and like get fresh air without doing too much because of my whole left ankle situation. And Copilot said that I should like do like small, less vigorous activities, like for instance, like take a little walk to somewhere, and like when I say little walk, I mean not intense workout type of walk, and journal outside or have a picnic or go get a coffee outside. And genuinely speaking, I don't know, like, I don't know how to, like, I'm gonna talk to you guys like this because it's more comfortable. So, Bucky is here for a reason. I bought her. Okay. I don't like that. You guys looked weird. Okay. We're back. Okay, this is way better. I don't know how, like, I keep saying I don't know how to describe it, but it's like the only way I can describe it to you guys is healing. Like, let's take it a step back. I'm sitting in this spot that I cry in. Like, anytime something goes wrong or I'm having a bad day, I will shut my door completely. I'll grab little doggy. I will come here with the blankie and I'll sit and cry it out. And usually Chris is by my side for most of it. But I don't know, like, I'm healing and I don't know how to feel. Like, I'm ready to, like, I'm ready to bawl my eyes out, but I'm ready to activate the new life in me, like the new feeling. If you've ever been through this, or if you've ever been through this, or know someone who has been through what I'm feeling, you almost feel a sense of overwhelmed. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I've kind of been overwhelmed for the entirety of the time, but I'm coping with it. I think I'm not necessarily coping with it, I'm coming to terms with it, and coming to terms with it really just means, like, when I go to bed, that's all I think about, and when I wake up, that's all I think about. And who knows how long this feeling will feel. I don't know how to sit here and wrap my mind around the feeling. It's almost bittersweet, but it's almost making me feel alive. And I don't think it's the season changing, because I know pretty soon, it's been like teasing us with weather, but recently, the past couple days, it's been giving us like 40s in the morning and like 60s, almost 70s in the afternoon lately. But, like, I don't know, like, I'm so ready to activate this, and I know that, like, tomorrow I'll film something for you guys and for myself, because I think I need fresh air. So what I think I might do is I might go by the pool and maybe, like, bring my yoga mat and sit. If I have copious of time, I'll sit out in the sun for a little bit and, like, photosynthesize and read a little bit, journal, like, actually take time to journal and do my 3 gratefuls. is what I'm thinking. That'll give me like a wee bit of time outside, what I need, refreshing. Hello, my people. I have some grapes and we're gonna chat because it's been a hot minute since the last time I chatted with you guys. And of course, we have to go to the sun because the sun is amazing. And I have some things that I want to talk about. But of course, the floor is still very cold. So I'm gonna get a blanket. You guys should get a blanket too. Oh, where's the other blanket? There it is. Okay. I can see you guys. You guys can kind of see me. Okay. I think we got this. Oh, my grapes. Oh no. Okay. So I want to preface this by saying I'm going to have a timestamp here for you guys. I'm going to be talking about some things that are a little controversial, and I feel like I wanted to kind of put it out there in the air for you guys. That way, if you guys just didn't want to listen to it, I don't usually talk about this, but I don't know, it's been on my mind for a hot second, and let me back this bus up. It's been about like a week, I want to say, give or take, since the last time that I talked to you on this video. Now, generally speaking, I haven't even really picked up the camera. I don't know, I'm in this weird like phase of my life, obviously by this video, that I'm not entirely sure where I am. Like I know where I am essentially, but navigating through it is a bit of a process, and I knew that kind of like at the whopping beginning. I don't know how much I really talked to you guys last time because I know it was like a bad time, but essentially speaking, I took time to go on, I'm eating grapes, go on Copilot and ask Copilot if it can give me a list of different places, like group chats on Facebook that I can join. It's kind of make friends, and I joined this one group chat, and I'll have it on the screen for you. But I joined the group chat nonetheless, and I say group chat, but I use it more very lightly because it's like all of it's all of Tennessee, so it's a wide variety. And I started by introducing myself, and a couple days later I decided to make an unofficial event. And the difference between an official event and unofficial is that the official is kind of like more well thought out, and like lots of people are gonna go. So I make a unofficial event, and we go to I made it for the 7 Islands Bird Watching State Park. And so I made it last Saturday evening, and I just relatively got back like an hour ago, but I want to say there was like 6 older women, and there was another girl who wasn't quite my age. She was just a little bit older than me. She's definitely a millennial. And we were chatting about a lot of things, and I talked to her about how I am kind of just getting back into my roots, and how I'm kind of like in the weird phase of my life where I'm kind of trying to figure things out. Like I have a lot to figure out, and she tells me, if you're wanting to make friends, going to a church, and we had talked about the church a little bit prior, going to a church to look for people who are doing what you want to do, or at least that would be like the most efficient way of catching up with people at my age. And we had talked about it a little bit more, but that's kind of just like not part of what the conversation that I'm leading with you guys. That was a very smushy grape. But we were having a solid conversation, and I told her, the conversation started off by, I told her, I was like, I had prayed for the first time in a very long time, if not the first time. And I was like, God, give me a sign that things are going well. And he definitely gave me a sign. He gave me a sign, and even though I don't really know what sign he gave me, he gave me something, because things are going well. And we were talking about that like more in depth, but she got me thinking about it. Like I'm sitting here, I ate lunch, and I'm sitting here kind of relaxing because we were out for a while, so a lot longer than I typically am. We spent 2 hours and like 10 minutes on that hike. So it was a really good hike, and it was really amazing, and I am gonna do it again. But I was sitting here and I was watching Alyssa Rose. Now, if you guys are new here, I watch Alyssa Rose all the time. Now, I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube lately, so I kind of thought about it a little bit. I stopped myself from watching YouTube, and I kind of had a little mini discussion with myself. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but if you guys are also new here, I do this thing where I talk to myself, and I don't really care. It doesn't really bother me. Some people may think it's like lunatic behavior. I could not give 10 craps. Well, nonetheless, personally for me, I had a conversation with myself, and I like truly thought about it. I was like, wait, what if I did go to church? What if I did go to church? Like, and I'm not saying like when I go to church, like I'm going to, like, how do I word this? I'm basically saying, what if I were to explore that option? And I thought to myself, honestly, what is the worst that can happen? What is the worst that can happen? Maybe I just realized worshiping is just not meant for me. Now, I don't really talk about my life very often. I kind of talk about what's cool and, like, I shouldn't say trendy, but like I talk about things that are interesting to talk about. And I grew up going to a church. It was a Baptist church, and they're lovely people, both the pastor and the pastor's wife and their children, lovely people. I mean, I couldn't speak anything bad about them. But they had an aftercare program for the elementary school that is on Fort Myers Beach, and I truly, I had grown up going there, and it was amazing. And you know, earlier parts of elementary school, there was a lot of like worship involved, but as time went on, it kind of evolved into like just an aftercare program, which is fine by me. Like I enjoyed it regardless, but I never really put effort into it, because once I got into middle school, I would just go home. Like by the end of the day, it was like 4:30 by the time I got out of middle school. So I would just like get on the bus and go home. So, and then once I got into high school, I think I just like, I don't want to say like I didn't care. I just don't think it really was part of my life. And I think that, personally, I think that everything happens for a reason. I think that there's always a reason that something's happening. And just like there's a reason why me and my ex-best friend broke off our friendship. Like, no bad blood. We may not have ended on good terms, but no bad blood. Like if I were to see her, I would say hi and be very cordial. Like I don't have anything to still be on a grudge, because I don't live in the same state. I wish her all the best. I mean, and I say that in a sense of like, I talk about it very lightly because it's been 6 years, but I think I had to learn a lot about myself and about what I wanted in life. And the epiphany of the TikToks, which you guys have already seen, and to talk to someone who today was born here in East Tennessee and almost, we kind of talked about things that a lot of people don't talk about, and it just got me thinking, like, I don't know, like I may not, I don't know. I feel like I'm the most scared because I don't want to feel judged for everything that I've been through. I want to feel loved. And it's not like if I were to go to church, it's not like, yes, I would listen to the conversation that's being led, and yes, I would try to like my very best to understand it. But it's the thought that like I've never really thought about it's not that I've never really thought about it like that, if that makes sense. I don't know. Does this make any sense to you guys? It's not that I want to be like heavy on, and I say this with no disrespect at all. I don't think I would really want to make the Bible what I revolve around, deciding all of the things that I want in life, and all of like, I don't want the Bible to take over my life, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to read the Bible and be like, I can only eat apples Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Like like, then again, I'm so uneducated. I know about Adam and Eve, and that's about it. Like, that is all I really know. So, I don't know, but after this clip, I'll show you guys the pictures. They're not very good pictures and videos because it's very sunny. I need to invest in a dang tad. But in no way am I saying that my videos are gonna change, because I don't want anything to change on my channel, because I love my channel the way it is. I don't know, I'm just entering a new era of life. Like I think, like I said in earlier parts of the video, like I feel like my frontal lobe has developed, because genuinely speaking, I catch things very easily now. Like, do you hear those birds? Man. But essentially speaking, nothing about my YouTube is gonna change. I think I'm in this weird, it's kind of like when you go from elementary school to middle school. I feel like it's this weird evolutionary change that you're kind of like, you're scared to hop right into the next stage, but you're almost glad after you hopped in that you took the leap of faith, if that makes sense. Oh my god. I almost choked on the grape. Oh. Right there. I'm catching, I spaced out for a second. I just said the Lord's name in vain. And I guess a little subtopic, which I won't get too deep in, I promise, is what makes that so bad, if that makes sense. Like, why is that such a bad thing? That's something that I would have to personally learn for myself, but I don't know. I'm in this weird phase, and I don't want to say that I'm like nervous, because I'm not nervous. I feel almost like a lost puppy, if that makes any sense, because I know very little bit about the life I'm about to live. And I don't know. I hope this made very much sense to you guys. I'm documenting it because I want to see the progress in like a year, what happens. So like, hi guys, it is currently the next day. I know I started talking to you guys, it was about like 15 minutes in, and then all of a sudden my parents came in without notification. So I guess I'm just gonna hop right back into it. I don't really know what I was talking about, so I may like cut and like move on to a different topic, but I was talking about the fact that me and the lady that I met in this hiking group, the camera's pointing to that way. Must be something there. Oh, now it's up here. I feel like this is sign already. every time I touch it, like that spot, it moves. But I feel like this is a sign already. I'm already getting distracted. But the idea of what I'm talking about is that me and this lady were talking about kind of just like life lessons and that we've learned, and how I was like, I'm new to the area, like still relatively new here, and I'm wanting to look for people who are true to their word and who are open and honest with me, communicative, and are ready to, you know, do some stuff like off-roading and stuff like that. That's kind of like the whole idea of what I was talking about. Well, she said, because I had said that I had prayed for the first time in forever, it felt like, about, I had prayed and I was like, God, please give me a sign that this conversation will go well. And the conversation went well. God never gave me a sign. It just came, and it was great. It was a great conversation. Well, then after I had that conversation and I was in my car and I said, God, give me a sign that this is the right choice. And unbeknownst to me, a day later, I'd be having a conversation about God. And not about, I shouldn't say about God, because we weren't getting too deep into like religions. It was more so me and this lady were having a conversation about churches. That's it. Kind of just like church, not like what happens inside the church. It was a very light conversation about churches. And so that's the moral of the story. Well, I was talking to you about how I was like wanting to explore, but I also don't want to feel pressured by having to stick to a set of rules and like have the Bible dictate every single thing I do, because I know for me that's how I get burnt out, and I feel like that's how the world nowadays will get burnt out. And I feel like when we're going to a church, it should be a time of like, I guess, stooping down to the level of like understanding who you have in the room. And basically, I guess for the newer generation like myself, where some of us want to take the next leap of faith but don't have any understanding, and going to a denominational church, which I did learn the difference today actually, that going to a denominational church is sticking to a set of rules, and non-denominational is kind of like the opposite of that. It's very warm and welcoming, and it brings you in to understand the Bible verse by verse instead of rules, I'm sticking to them, learn about the Bible, you know. Sorry, I slept funny. And now my shoulders hurt. Well, my shoulder, this shoulder right here. But that's what I'm like, that's what I'm wanting out of going to church, is to understand truly what it is, and like understand what the bigger picture of it is, like going verse by verse and understanding what all of like Proverbs means, and all of the different, I know there's a few, like I know a few different chapters, but I don't know all of them off the top of my head. And I did grow up at it, and I think I said that, I think I grew up going to a Baptist church, but it was an aftercare program from school. And for the first quite a few years, there was like a lot of involvement in like actually learning about the church. And then as time went on, it kind of just went to just an aftercare program, which is great, which is whatever. I also did do one church service, and I think it was a holiday service, and I want to say it was like Christmas, a Christmas service. And I also did a lot of Wednesday services as well, but the Wednesday services I took while I was in elementary school, so it was crafted physically and non-physically. Like, we were crafting and kind of like, it was teaching, but it was like, I didn't really understand it fully. So, and then I did 1 or 2 teenager sessions, and then I think I just had a falling out with it. I still love the pastor and the pastor's wife and their children. Like, they're so genuinely nice, and I wish nothing but the best for them. And I feel like if they lived here and they had a church here, I would totally go to their church, because and I think they have a few online Bible studies. I didn't even think about that. I really didn't even think about that. So, see, I'm learning things as we go here. But you know me and Copilot. If you're not new here and you've watched quite a few videos, you know that Copilot is like my best friend. She's my best friend. And so this afternoon, well, I should say, what time is it? It's 1:01. Me and my mom went to the Lee Wrangler store because I was supposed to go yesterday. But it ended up, that's the washer machine. But I ended up not going, and we ended up going to a few stores that she wanted to go to. We went to the Cavenders store, which has boots and Western wear. We went to a antique store where we got the table, actually. And then we went to Hobby Lobby. And then I think right after Hobby Lobby, we went across the street and went to Kroger, or it was either Kroger or Publix, either one. But nonetheless, whatever. So we really didn't go to the Western wear store, but on the way to the Western wear store, or on the way to the Lee Wrangler store, we talked about it, and I was like, and she had taught me that there's a such thing as denominational and non-denominational. And so I went on and I'm checking my phone to kind of like see what I was asking, because I had like quite a long conversation with Copilot. I pretty much asked Copilot to tell me the difference between a non-denominational and a denominational, and then what I should know before connecting with a singular church. And it gave me the difference between denominational and non-denominational. And usually I screenshot these for you, but I feel like I wouldn't want to do that because I don't want to pressure anyone to do anything. I'm just vocaling my thoughts because I have a lot of thoughts, and that's what this is. And I feel like if you're a non-church goer, I feel like it should be something that you should take the leap of faith with your heart. It should be something that you do for yourself. And so I'm not going to share this with you guys, but I'll definitely have a little conversation. And then it told me the differences, and then it also told me what I should know before going. And then let's see, I had another conversation. And then I said that I'm truly looking for a church that is going to let me learn at my own pace without having those rules and like set rules, but also had like actual like group sessions for my age. And so it told me the kind of church that I'm describing that I want, the difference, like what denominational and non-denominational had based off of my wish list. And then it also gave me 3 different churches near me, and I guess why they wouldn't fit for me. And then I asked for Copilot to compare them. Well, they compared them, and then after they had compared them, or after Copilot had compared them, Copilot gave me, like, ranked them 1, 2, 3, and that's when I kind of had chosen the church that I was quite looking for. Like, I'm like definitely wanting to reach out, and that's what I'm gonna ask next. But I kind of wanted to chat with you guys for a little bit longer on it, because it's something that I truly like wanted to get off my chest. And let me tell you, this was not planned in the video. Like, this video wasn't planned in general, but like when I had started this video a week ago, I had no plan of going to church. I'm going to be honest with you. I had no plan of going to church. I actually had a Bible, and I think I donated all of them. I donated them because I knew it wasn't meant for me in that moment, and I knew if I kept them, it wouldn't mean anything to me. So I knew that I wanted to lose that chapter and then gain the new chapter of like going. And I can always get like a Bible now later on, so I had no issue with that. And I felt like the Bible should have, like the Bibles that I had, I think I had like 2 or 3, should have gone to someone who would have put them in better use than I did, if that makes any sense. But essentially, I think I talked my ear off on the church, but essentially I just have a lot of thinking and thoughts, and I think life is so clear to me now, and I don't want to say that I want to put my faith completely first, because that will put me in a burnout situation. But I'm also ready to experiment with my thoughts on going to church, and also I'm excited to see who this country life girl, this country life woman is going to become. And I always dreamt of this day, but I didn't really understand fully that it would come so soon. And I think that there's always, this video was meant to be put, and I'll have a disclaimer at the beginning of the video like you guys have already seen. This video is meant to be put out on this channel to really let you guys know that we as content creators are human too. We have things that we don't understand. There's things that in life that we were never given thought to, never explored. And honestly, no matter my faith, no matter your faith, on this channel, everyone is welcome. And like I said beforehand, and I think that's what I was getting into before I had gotten booted out of talking to you guys, and then I just completely forgot about talking. was the fact that nothing will change on this channel. Like, there's nothing wrong with the way I'm doing my channel now, but it's just so heartwarming, and I wanted to share this moment with you guys too, because I know Florida Leanne would be stunned at who I am as a person. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by reaching out to the pastor that I know. I don't know. I have a lot now that I've discovered, like, I discovered that, and they do have an online church service. There's so much I can do. So I don't know if I want to step foot into, I don't know. I think that's the glory of the gospel, is that you have so many options now in 2026 to use. So there's just lots of avenues that I can take, and I just wanted to share it with you guys, because I know that in my absentness on this channel lately, that I actually have been growing. It doesn't seem like it, and it's crazy to me, because one video struck all of this conversation. All of this conversation was struck by one video. Imagine that. Imagine being struck by one video on all of this conversation, like, regardless of, like, the church and the country girl and resetting my life and who I am. Like, all of this was made by 1 or 2 videos, and that's it. And that genuinely is crazy to me, that it's been like that. But I have the battery flashing at me, and I think I talked your ear off again. So I have one more thing that I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember. So I'm gonna go back, I'm gonna look, and then I may be back for more. Hi guys, I didn't think that I would speak more on this topic. I thought I would just leave it alone, but I'm gonna give you some context before I even start. I am pulling out my computer so I can, like, kind of double task. So I may be looking at my computer screen, but I know I'm here to talk to you guys. So I am currently sitting in a parking lot before work, and it was, at this point, it was pitch black. So it was like, I don't know, 7:45-ish maybe. I come here a little early so I could just beat the traffic. And upon that, lately, as I told you earlier in the last section, I have been curious about learning more about the Bible, and kind of just, like, listening to the story and listening to God. And every single day for the past couple days, I should say, because it's only been a couple days since I've had that conversation with the woman that I was on the hike with. I'm gonna pause real quick, hold on. Okay, so now that I'm back, I just couldn't do 2 things at once. I'm gonna be so for real with you. Okay, so I'm sitting here. Okay, back this bus up. So Sunday I prayed to God to just give me signs throughout the week. Just throughout the week. And then yesterday I just prayed to make Monday feel good, which for the most part it went good. There was a few things that could have been better, but I mean, not everything's going to be perfect. that's not the whole point of this video, obviously. So I'm sitting here, and yesterday I read the Bible here, just a little bit. I started with you version. I'll have it on the screen for you guys. Not sponsored or anything. But I'm sitting here, and yesterday I was reading the Bible just a little bit, not a lot, and it's more it's kind of like daily tasks that you can do to kind of just understand a little bit more, listen. It kind of just goes in more in depth. And I have a church that I'm thinking about, but I want to like write them an email and kind of just like get more of an understanding, I guess, a deeper understanding of what they do before I even join a church. So lately I've just been reading that. Well, I also yesterday afternoon joined a plan. And within this plan, I feel like there's a car coming. Within this plan, there's a badge you can get, like there's badges you get. So within this plan that I had chose, it was about, I'm on my phone. It's like return and realign or something. I'll have it on the screen for you guys. But essentially, I read 1 and 2 today. I totally forgot about 1 yesterday. So I read 1, and then I went on to number 2. I was starting number 2, like days, because it's a 10-day period. So I was starting day 2, and day 2 is about decluttering and organizing, and it talked the first. I honestly don't have much time, so I'm just going to speed it up. So I was sitting in my car reading and listening to the second one, which was about decluttering your life, physical, mental, emotional, just like all of that stuff. And again, it was pitch black. It was raining a little harder, and all of a sudden my wheel jerks to the right. I wish I was kidding you, but I wasn't. And then all of a sudden that kind of just led me to think that was God guiding me in the right direction. It's basically what the whole conversation is, what I'm talking about. And I just wanted to let you guys know, because I wanted to document it and just like remember for later. So that's what I was letting you guys know in this time. See ya. Good morning, my people. I thought I was done at talking to you guys. Of course, there's going to be a car right when I start filming, and they're going to be coming this way. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, okay. So, I typically don't vlog during the week anymore. I just lost my passion, but I feel like that could be a whole other video for a whole other day. But I'm sitting in my car, and I was just listening to Rise by Katy Perry. Now, it's not like my complete favorite song by any means. I feel like I have a lot more favorite songs from her. But I was just listening to it, and I was just turning into the parking lot, and I was like thinking about my Bible study yesterday, and how like that like song kind of like that. Let me break it down first. Let me break it down. I feel like I'm talking way too fast for you guys, because I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So all week last week I did Bible studies via the U version Bible, and I had done like 2 different like plans. I had done like the daily guided plan, and then I also had done like a regular plan that they have. You can choose from so many. Essentially though, the plan that I was doing, so I was like doing 2 different, guided scriptures per day. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to send an email to the church that I go to. And I did. And I almost wasn't going to go. Like, that's the crazy thing, is I almost wasn't going to go to the church service. And it was mainly because I had woken up late and I'm like, crap, like I don't have any time. But then I realized the church service wasn't until 9:30. So if I leave at 9, that gives me about 4 extra minutes to ask for, just ask for like a little tour or just like something. And so I ended up eating and making my coffee and going. And man, I cannot tell you how strong that first Sunday church service was. And it's crazy to think that, because I mean, I don't think if I said it that often in this video, but I genuinely have gone to some church services, mainly like more kid-styled ones because I was so young. But like, I'll have the scripture on the screen for you guys, but I actually did I brought my journal, which I've been journaling about my scripture lately, just a wee bit, and I actually have the scripture here, so I'll read it for you guys. So it is Mark 5:24 through 34, and then James 1:22 through 25, and it says, "She heard about Jesus. The woman in this real story didn't get healed because she heard. She came to Jesus. She touched Jesus. If I can touch one thread, because there was a woman who had forgot she was also someone's daughter. I'm sorry, I can't read. What would you do if you truly knew you were a daughter or a son of God? What we think is impossible, God can make possible. Some of you are going to the wrong people for help, and they will make it worse instead of better." So I feel like that last part of the scripture, which I will reread for you guys, some of you are going to the wrong people for help, and they will make it worse instead of better. But also at the top of that, it says what we think is impossible, God can make possible. And I feel like that was kind of like the point for me. Like, it just like drew everything together. And the way they do it at my church that I had went to, they start off by doing some songs, and then it ends up like after the songs at the beginning, it comes to like, they kind of like reenact it, almost like reenact the verse that we're going through. I want to say verse, but like they reenacted what we're studying for the day. And then after they reenact it, the pastor comes out and then talks about it, and then we end with a song or two. That's how we did it, at least my first service. But she heard about Jesus, and she came to Jesus instead of just praying, and then she wanted to touch Jesus. And then she was like, I don't need to touch Jesus, hold Jesus' hand. I don't need Jesus to hold my hand. I just want to touch one thread. And she did. And when she touched one thread, she legitimately felt healed. I wrote some notes afterwards. I wrote a few notes on a few different verses, but something that stuck out to me, that was the YouVersion. So the woman in the real story didn't get healed because she heard. She didn't just pray, she took initiative to come to Jesus. And then she said, if I can touch one thread. Her bleeding stopped immediately and felt freed from her suffering. Obviously, that's not verbatim from the Bible. I just kind of wrote it in my own simpler terms. She told Jesus the truth, trembling with fear. And then he said, daughter, your faith has healed you. In Go in peace and be freed from your suffering. So she had suffered for 12 years through all of that pain. And then after hearing about Jesus, she took initiative to go to Jesus and be like, I'm ready to be free. Like, I'm ready to be under your wing. And then I didn't write anything until the last part. Some of you are going to the wrong people for help, and they will make it worse instead of better. Stop going to the current people for help and see what happens. And I'm doing that myself. That's kind of like that's not coming from the Bible. That's just for me. Not everyone has good plans to help you, but Jesus always does. So at the end of the day, no matter who you go to, no matter how many times the same person is bullying you, no matter how many times you feel stuck or heartbroken, I feel like when you take the time to go to Jesus, pray to Jesus, listen to Jesus, it will really insightfully kind of like free you. And I think that verse kind of really stuck with me, and it like, I literally almost cried at the end of the church service because of the fact that like that was such a strong message. And that's just what I wanted to hear. And I may not have wanted to hear it, but I truly needed to hear it for myself and for my own upbringing and for a lot of reasons, essentially. But I kind of want to just talk to you about that and like debrief, and I was going to yesterday. And then after I got home from church, me and Mom went grocery shopping for a few things, and then I took a nap. And then other than that, I was like lazy. My mom was so kind to help me put away my laundry. But yes, I am going to do some scripture notes from yesterday and today, and more so for you version, not like regular scripture. But I will talk to you guys maybe again. If not, see you in the next video.